Hello everyone. We're going to go over how to use the TI-36 to work through the binomial distribution. This isn't very difficult, that's a good thing. But the only thing is the person who made the calculator did not design it well, and we're going to see that in a second. But it's not very difficult to use. Well, a little annoying. The calculator breaks the binomial distribution down into two cases, a binom PDF and a binom CDF. The P in there is a point, and that means we are doing a one value of X. Binom CDF means cumulative, and we're dealing with multiple values of X. Okay? So we're going to do examples of each. Now this document underneath me, you can find it in the video description. If you click the video description, you can click to the Google Doc, and it will show you, you can print this, so you can work along with me. Now, a binomial distribution generates three numbers. The three numbers are M, P, and X. N, number of trials, P, the probability of success, X, number of successes. There's a word problem in a minute, and we'll go through and talk about how to identify that. But this is not supposed to be an overall view of binomials, to say the least. It's just focusing mainly on how to use this calculator. Okay? So having said that, what we're going to do is start with this. Now, this is going to be a binom PDF. And it's going to be a PDF because there's one value of X. So on my calculator, to get there, you're going to hit second data. You're going to go over to where it says DISTR. Stands for distribution. Then you go down and you'll find your binom PDF and your binom CDF just fine. Okay? So I want PDF on this one, so I'm going to press enter on that. Now what you're going to do is pick single. If time permits, I'll come through here and go over a list and all and what those mean. But right now we're just going to stick on single. So we're going to pick single. So I'm going to press enter on that. Number of trials would be 10, N is 10. Probability of success is 0.15. Number of successes, that's X, that is 3. I press enter, hit calculate. And it gives me the answer, 0.1298. 0.1298. Okay, so I'm going to write that down. 0.1298. There you go. You can see it's not very hard to do. So let me go to the next one down. I got to move a few things so I have room to move my papers. This is also in my hobby room, and I do a lot of hobby work in here. That's the green background. Anyhow, on this one we have multiple values of X, so this one's going to be a CDF, a binom CDF. Okay? And to get there, you get there the same way, but right now I'm going to go to quit. When we're doing the binom CDFs, quite often we're going to be hitting store, and I'll explain what that is in a second. So I'm going to hit second data again, second data. We go over to distribution, so I move the cursor over to distribution. Then I'm going down to binom CDF this time because I have multiple values of X. I'm going to pick single. Now let me explain, well, let's work this one. Then I'll explain what the CDF does. Our number of trials is 10. Our probability is 0.15. It does store it from problem to problem right there. So you know you don't have to keep retyping the values. But this time we're going to type X equals 4 in there. Okay, and hit calculate. And that gives me 0.990125. Now, why did we type 4? Well, to explain that, I have to explain what CDF does. What the binom CDF does is it starts at 0 and adds, and it adds up the numbers to X equals blank. Okay? X equals 4. Now, to show you that, what I can do is I can hit data on my L1, type 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, I'm going to clear this. So if I press data, I can clear L2. Then I'm going to hit second data over to distribution. We're going to do binom PDF this time. Okay, and this time I'm going to do list. 10, 15. Now the X list, I type 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4 in the X list. So the calculator will pull those X values and find them. And it'll save them in L2, and I hit calculate. And there's all the probabilities. Remember earlier we did 3 is 0.192. 0.1298. There you go, 0.1298. And the 4 is there. If I were to add up all 5 of these numbers, okay, I would get this 0.99125. Now, I think, and I'm not sure, we're going to find out formulas, add, delete formulas. No, it doesn't. The TI-83-84, you can add up those columns, but you can't do it here. I could do it. Yeah, I could do it with one bar stats, and then come in here and data is in L2, and frequencies 1, hit calculate. And if I go down here to sum of X, right there, that added up everything in L1, and it gives me that number. So there you go. The calculator is actually adding up all those values when it does this. Now that's going to cause drama on these two. We love drama, don't we, in life? Now, you want drama, watch politics these days. Getting back to this, the CDF only starts at 0, but these two don't start at 0, so I'm going to have to do something different to calculate them. They're still both CDFs, okay? They're both using Binomial CDFs. But what we're going to have to do on these is I'm going to have to do total minus what I don't want in both cases. Okay, now the total I want on this list, the total is always this last number right here. So on that one it's 10, on this one it's 7, so there's my totals. So the total here is going to be 0 through 10, the total here will be 0 through 7. Okay? What I don't want is what's missing from this end. Now if I look at this one, I'm missing 0, 1, 2, and 3. And it's the same thing on this one. I'm missing the same thing on both of them. Okay? So what I don't want is 0 through 3. Now in probability theory, when you have everything, all the outcomes, the total is always 1. So this one's going to be 1 minus whatever I get from Binomial CDF. This one doesn't add, I have all 10 of them, so I'm going to have to calculate that number. So let's finish this one real quick. So, clearing my calculator. What I want to do here now is on my Binomial CDF, I'm going to do n equals 10, p equals 0.15, and x will equal 3. And that'll give me the number that goes here. Okay? So, getting the calculator in position. We're going to do second data, distribution, Binomial CDF. We're going to do single. Number of trials is 10. Probability of success 0.15. This time I'm doing x equals 3. Calculate. Now I'm going to store this in y. Okay. Now I do have the number. It is 0.95003. Okay, so I do have the number for it. You can see it there on the screen. I'm going to hit quit. And then here I'm going to type 1 minus. Now to get this 0.95003 back, there's a button right here called X. It says X, Y, Z, T, A, B, C, D on it right here. I'm going to push that until Y shows up. Then I can press enter and it gives me the answer. This is 0.04997 if you round it. Okay? So that's how you do it when it doesn't start at 0. This next one doesn't start at 0 either, and I'm going to have to do Binomial CDF for both. And again, this one right here is 0 to 3. Okay? So on the first one, make sure I can see the calculator. Yes, we can. I'm going to hit second data, distribution, Binomial CDF, single, 10.15. This time I'm typing 7, hit calculate. And I'm going to store that in Y. And it's 0.99999. Lots of 9s. And then I'm doing Binomial CDF on this one. I'm going to hit solve again. Number of trials is 10. 0.15. This time I change X to 3. Hit calculate. Should be the same number we had up here. Oh, yeah, it is. It should be the same number we had up here. 0.95003. It took me a second to process that because I was looking at that number, not that one. And this time I'm going to store that in Z. Okay? Then I'm going to go to the home screen, hit set and quit, and I'm going to press the X, Y, Z, T button until I get Y, minus, and I'm going to press it until Z comes up, press enter. My answer is 0.3828. Okay? So there's how to do some of these with the calculator. Now, I'm going to turn the page and we're going to do a word problem real quick. And I have to go quick because I only got 2 or 3 minutes left to the video. I have a 15-minute limit here. Now, you randomly walk up to 20 people and ask them what their favorite preferred color is. So that means on all these, N will be 20. So I'm writing that down for all of them since we're talking to 20 people. Okay? Out of a list of red, blue, green, yellow, find the following probabilities exactly for like blue. Okay, so X will be 4 since I have 4 people. The P, well, blue is one of 4 colors, so it'll be 1/4. Now, I only have one value of X, so this is going to be a PDF. Let me get my calculator over here. Okay. I'm going to hit second data, go over to distribution, down to Binomial PDF. We're going to do single. Number of trials is 10. Probability of success is 1 divided by 4. Oops, number of trials is 20. There, fix that. And this is 1 divided by 4. And I want 4 successes. Hit calculate. And I get an answer of 0.1897 for that one. Okay. Now the next one down, we want a most 7. So P will stay 1/4 because yellow is still one out of the 4 colors. And X in most 7 would be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay. So I'm going to do CDF on this one. Okay. So I'm going to hit second data over to distribution. We're going down to Binomial CDF. Okay, single, number of trial is 20, probability of success is 0.25. This time I want to type in 7 because I'm going all the way to 7. Hit calculate, and it tells me answer is 0.8982. Okay, so there we have that. Let's go on to the bottom ones. Okay. On this one, we are going to have at least 3. So X will be 3, 4, 5, all the way up to 20. It says red. Red is one out of the 4 colors, so this is 1/4. So this one's going to be a CDF. And since it doesn't start at 0, I have to do total minus don't want. Now remember again, my total comes from here, so my total is going to be 0 through 20, which is everything, so this will just be 1 minus. What I don't want is always on this side, and the biggest number missing is 2, so this will be 0 through 2. Okay? So when I go to do Binomial CDF on this one, there we go. I have to get the glare off the screen. We're going to solve again. 20.25. Now this time I'm going to put 2 in for X. And calculate, and that gives me 0.9126. I'm going to store that in Y. Quit. I'm going to do 1 minus, press the var button until I get Y. Press enter. And it gives me 0.9087. This must have been 0. Okay, let me find out. Because I probably copied it wrong. I copied it wrong. 0.0192. Trying to go too quick because I know I'm running out of time. Now between 6 and 9,